Welcome everyone. My name is Saifan Kumar Chinta. In this video, I'm going to discuss about the topic hotel reservation analysis with SQL. Project overview. The hotel industry relies on data to make the informed decisions and to provide a better guest experience. The main objective is to perform the EDA, exploratory data analysis on the hotel dataset to find the insights about the guest appearances, booking trends, and other key factors that influence the hotel bookings and operations. In this task, I will be using MySQL database management tool to analyze the data and to answer the questions that are asked as a part of this project. When we talk about the dataset includes 12 features: booking ID, number of adults, number of children, number of weekend nights, number of weeknights, type of meal plan, room type reserved, lead time, arrival date, market segment type, average price per room, booking status. Out of all these 12 features, booking ID is used as a primary key, which is a unique identifier for each record in the hotel reservation dataset. Uh, these are these are the 15 questions that we need to answer, that I need to answer as a part of this project, and we'll discuss about it in depth when we are solving it in the next slides. Firstly, I created the database in the MySQL. Firstly, here is the create database, hotel reservations. Hotel reservation is the database name, and I used it hotel reservation database to create the table inside it. And then I created the table hotel reservation data, and I entered all the features or the column names, booking ID, WACAR, primary key, number of adults integer, number of children integer, number of weekend nights integer, number of weekdays integer, and so on. And we check the schema structure of the table, and I used d and describe command to check the structure of the table. And booking ID, it is a primary key, number of adults integer, and all of these are null values. Since it is a primary key, it is not null. And then I imported the dataset into the MySQL, and I checked, retrieve the data by using select command, select star from hotel reservation data. Then I got all the data that is imported into the MySQL database. And we are getting into the data querying path. Firstly, what is the total number of reservations in the dataset? To find the solution for these, I use select count booking ID. Here I use the booking ID because it is a primary key. It is a unique identifier of the record in the data set. So I used it as this column to find the number of booking reservations, as and I named it as number of reservations and from hotel reservation data. Then the total number of reservations is 700. Next, which meal plan is most popular among guests? In order to get find the solution for this, then select type of meal plan. This is the type of meal plan we get. This is a column from the data set that where we find the meal plans, and count of booking ID as number of meal plans bookings from hotel reservation data. Then I group by the data based upon the column type of meal plan, and order by number of meal bookings. This is an renamed column name, number of meal bookings, and I ordered it in a descending order and limited it to 1. Then the solution we got it is meal plan 1, and the number of booking is 527. And the third question is, what is the average price room for the reservation involving children? Average price room of per room for in which the rooms children are involved. Select, and I perform the average aggregation function here. Average room price per room, and I named it as average price per room, and I changed it, rounded it to two decimal values from hotel reservation data where number of children is greater than 0. Then the result is 144.63. How many reservations were made for the year 2018? How many reservations are made in that particular 2018 year? To find this, select, I extracted the year from the arrival date, and I named it as year of arrival, and I counted the booking IDs as the number of bookings for that particular year from hotel reservation data table where year of arrival date equal to 2018. In that particular year, how many bookings are made, grouped by year of arrival date. Then we got the number of bookings as 577 in the particular 2018 year. What is the most commonly booked room type? For this, select room type reserved, count booking ID as a number of bookings from hotel reservation data, group by room type reserved. Since it is the other column other than the aggregated function, so we group the data based upon that room type reserved, and I perform the order by function, count booking ID, and I use a descending order to sort the data, and I limited it to 1. Then the mostly booked room type is room type 1, and the number of bookings is 534. How many reservations fall on weekends? Number of weeknights are greater than 0. Okay. Select for this question. I used select count number of weekend nights as number of reservations on weekend from hotel reservation data table, where number of weeknights are greater than 0. This particular column, in which rows the number of weekend nights are greater than 0, that is our solution though. So I got the number of reservations on weekend is 383. What is the highest and lowest lead time for reservation? For this particular question, I used max and min aggregation functions to find the solution. Max lead time as a maximum lead time, min lead time as a minimum lead time from the table, and the maximum lead time of the lead time is 443 and the minimum lead time is 0. What is the most common market segment type for the reservations? In order to find the most common market segment type, I use market segment type as a column, and I did group the data based upon the booking ID as a number of reservations from hotel reservation data, group by market segment type, order by, and I sorted the data based upon this column, count of booking IDs, and I sorted it to descending order and limited it to 1. And the most common market segment type is online, and the number of reservations made were 518. How many reservations have a booking status of confirmed? In order to find the solution for this question, I used select count booking IDs as a confirmed reservations and named it as a confirmed reservations from hotel reservation data, where booking status equal to not cancelled, and the number of confirmed reservations are 493. What is the total number of adults and children across all reservations? Number of adults and children. The sum of I found I calculated, I found out the number of adults and the number of children, and I did the aggregation between them as well, and I find the total sum of all the adults and children's. First, sum of number of adults as a number of adults, sum of number of children as number of children's, sum of number of children's plus number of adults equal to total numbers from hotel reservation data. Number of adults from the data set is 1316, number of children is 69, total numbers is numbers are 1385. What is the average number of weekend nights for the reservations involving children? Okay, this is a question for this. Select average number of weekend nights as number of weekend nights children from hotel reservation data, where number of children is greater than 0, and rounded the value to 0 digits. So the number is 1. The average number of weekend nights for the reservations involving children is 1. How many reservations were made in each month of the year? How many reservations are made in the particular year in each month? In order to find this, select, I extracted the month from the arrival date as and I named it as month number, and date format, I use the date format function to extract the month name from that arrival date, and count number of booking IDs as number of reservations from hotel reservation data table. I group the data upon the month name and the month number, since these two columns are other than aggregated column. So, and I sorted the data based upon month number. Then in the January month, number of reservations are 11, February 28, March 52, April 67, May 55, June 84. Out of all these, October month has got more number of reservations in the year. What is the average number of nights, both weekend and weekdays, spent by the guest for each room type? Okay, select room type, reserved as room type, and name that column as room type. Round average number of weekdays plus I made addition between the number of weeknights and the weekend nights, and I rounded it to 2 as number of nights, total number of nights from hotel reservation data table, and grouped by the data based upon room type reserved, and ordered by the data set upon room type column, and I got the result Room type 1 is a number of average nights equal to 2.88. Room type 2 is 3.00. Room type 4 is 3.80. Room type 5 is 2.50. Room type 6 is 3.61. Room type 7 equal to 2.67. Out of all these room types, room type 4 has got the average most average number of nights out of all the room types. For reservations involving children, what is the most common room type and what is the average price for that room type? Again, first I use a select command and room type reserved as room type, and I count booking IDs as number of reservations, and I did aggregation. I used the aggregate functions to find the average price per the room type, and I rounded it to 2 decimal values, and I named it that column as average price from hotel reservation data table, where number of children is greater than 0, and grouped by the and I grouped the dataset upon the room type reserved column and ordered the number of reservations in the descending order and limited the result to 1, so that we'll get the most number of reservations involving the children and that particular room type, and how many average price of that room type. Also we will get that room type 1 number of reservations are 24, average price equal to 123.21. For the market segment type that generates the highest average price room. For this question, select market segment type. I used market segment type column, and I did the average aggregate function upon the average price room, and I used rounded the decimal value to 2, and I named that column as average room price from hotel reservation data table, and I grouped the data based upon the market segment type, and sorted the data based on average room price and descending order. I sorted the data in descending order and limited that value to 1. Then we got the answer as the most uh, highest average room price is market segment type is online, and the average room price is 112.49. Thank you for watching this video.